The race session is at Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona, USA. Narwhal from United States is P1. Riley Gallardo from United States is P2. Matheus Noli from Brazil is 3rd. Panzer F1 is P4. James Pendry from England is 5th. Victor Martins from Brazil is 6th. Kevin Woodward from Canada is P7. Andreas Speck from Italy is 8th. Michael Randall from United States is P9. Shea Stanley is 10th. Walter Phillips from United States is 11th. Gordon Jacobson from United States is P12. Jen Markov 007 from Canada is P13. Narwhal is 1st. Riley Gallardo is 2nd. Matheus Noli is P3. Kevin Woodward exiting pits on softs. James Pendry is P6. Victor Martins is P6. Kevin Woodward is P7.
Let's go racing, boys!
Andreas Speck on lap 2 is P8 battling Kevin Woodward. Riley Gallardo from United States is 2nd, 0.3 ahead of Matheus Noli. Matheus Noli is 3rd, 0.3 ahead of James Pendry. James Pendry is P4, 0.1 behind Matheus Noli. James Pendry passed Matheus Noli for P3. Andreas Speck entering the pits is P13. Matheus Noli is 4th, 0.1 ahead of Panzer F1. Panzer F1 is P5, 0.3 behind Matheus Noli. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.4 ahead of James Pendry. James Pendry is P3, 0.5 ahead of Matheus Noli. Panzer F1 is 5th, 0.1 behind Matheus Noli. Panzer F1 passed Matthias Noli for P4. Matthias Noli is P5, 0.2 ahead of Michael Randall. Matthias Noli is now 7th. Riley Gallardo on lap 8 is 2nd, 0.5 behind Narwhal. Andreas Specht exiting pits. Victor Martins is P5, 0.1 behind Michael Randall. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.5 behind Narwhal. Kevin Woodward is P7, 0.4 behind Shea Stanley. James Pendry is P11, 0.2 behind Gordon Jacobson. James Pendry passed Gordon Jacobson for P10. Gordon Jacobson is P11, 0.5 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.4 behind Narwhal. Michael Randall from United States is 4th, 0.1 behind Panzer F1. Shea Stanley is P7. Walter Phillips is P10, 0.1 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.4 behind Narwhal. Michael Randall is 4th, 0.1 behind Panzer F1. Panzer F1 is P4, 0.1 behind Michael Randall. Victor Martins is 5th, 0.2 behind Panzer F1. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.1 behind Shea Stanley. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.3 behind Narwhal. James Pendry is 7th. James Pendry is now 6th. Matthias Noli is 7th, 0.5 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.1 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is 7th, 0.3 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is P2, 0.3 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is 7th, 0.3 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.3 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.3 behind James Pendry. Andreas Specht is P13, 1.2 behind Jen Markov 007. Riley Gallardo from United States is 2nd, 0.3 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.3 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is P2, 0.2 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.4 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is P2, 0.5 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.4 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.5 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.3 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is P2, 0.8 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is 7th, 0.1 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.8 behind Narwhal. James Pendry is 6th, 0.4 behind Kevin Woodward. Matthias Noli is 7th. James Pendry is 6th, 0.2 behind Kevin Woodward. Matthias Noli is 7th. James Pendry is 6th, 0.2 behind Kevin Woodward. Kevin Woodward is P6, 0.1 ahead of Matthias Noli. Matthias Noli from Brazil is 7th, 0.3 behind Kevin Woodward. Kevin Woodward from Canada is P6, 0.3 behind James Pendry. Shea Stanley entering the pits is 8th. Shea Stanley is P8. Shea Stanley exiting pits. Shea Stanley lost 8th to Walter Phillips. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.5 behind Kevin Woodward. Jen Markov 007 is 12th, 0.5 behind Victor Martins. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.5 behind Kevin Woodward. James Pendry is P5, 0.5 behind Pansarev 1. Matthias Noli is P7, 0.3 behind Kevin Woodward. Kevin Woodward is 7th, 0.1 behind Matthias Noli. Riley Gallardo is P2, 0.4 behind Narwhal. Pansarev 1 is 5th. Matthias Noli is 6th, 0.4 behind Pansarev 1. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.4 behind Narwhal. Matthias Noli is P6, 0.2 behind Pansarev 1. Panzer F1 is P6 battling Matthias Noli. Gordon Jacobson is P9, 0.5 behind Walter Phillips. Narwhal is P3. James Pendry is 4th, 1.4 ahead of Matthias Noli. James Pendry is now P3. Narwhal on lap 42 is 6th. Jen Markov 007 entering the pits is P11. Narwhal exiting pits. Narwhal lost P6 to Kevin Woodward. Michael Randall is P2, 0.4 behind Riley Gallardo. Jen Markov 007 exiting pits. Narwhal is P7. Narwhal passed Kevin Woodward for 6th. Michael Randall is 2nd, 0.3 behind Riley Gallardo. Matthias Noli is P4, 0.7 behind James Pendry. Michael Randall from United States is P2, 0.4 behind Riley Gallardo. Matthias Noli is P4, 0.5 behind James Pendry. Michael Randall is P2, 0.3 behind Riley Gallardo. Matthias Noli is P4, 0.5 behind James Pendry. Michael Randall is P2, 0.2 behind Riley Gallardo. Matthias Noli is P4, 0.5 behind James Pendry. Michael Randall is 2nd, 0.3 behind Riley Gallardo. Matthias Noli is P4, 0.2 behind James Pendry. Michael Randall is P2, 0.3 behind Riley Gallardo. Matthias Noli is P4. Michael Randall is P2, 0.2 behind Riley Gallardo. Shea Stanley is 10th, 0.5 behind Walter Phillips. Shea Stanley passed Walter Phillips for P9. Riley Gallardo is 2nd, 0.1 behind Michael Randall. Matthias Noli is P4, 0.2 behind James Pendry. Riley Gallardo is P2, 1.0 behind Michael Randall. Andreas Specht is P11. James Pendry is 6th, 0.3 behind Panzer F1. James Pendry exiting pits. Riley Gallardo from United States is 2nd, 0.5 behind Michael Randall. Panzer F1 is 5th. Gordon Jacobson is 8th, 0.5 behind Kevin Woodward. James Pendry is 6th. Gordon Jacobson on lap 59 is 8th, 0.1 behind Kevin Woodward. Shea Stanley is 9th. Gordon Jacobson is P8, 0.8 behind Kevin Woodward. Kevin Woodward was 28.0 faster last lap. Kevin Woodward is P7, 0.4 ahead of Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson from United States is P8, 0.4 behind Kevin Woodward. Kevin Woodward was 27.6 faster last lap. Kevin Woodward from Canada is 7th, 0.5 ahead of Gordon Jacobson. Gordon Jacobson is 8th, 0.4 behind Kevin Woodward. Kevin Woodward was 27.5 faster last lap. The leader has just finished the race. Michael Randall finished P1. Shea Stanley finished P9. Riley Gallardo finished 2nd. Jen Markoff 007 finished 12th. Andreas Speck finished P11. Panzer F1 finished 5th. James Pendry finished 6th. Gordon Jacobson finished 7th. Kevin Woodward finished P8. Matthias Noli finished 3rd. Narwhal finished 4th. Walter Phillips finished P10.